Pedestrian.tv has partnered with BWS to create the House of Pride this Mardi Gras season. Mardi Gras is a time of celebration, joy and love. But over the last few years, the party born out of queer resistance has been co-opted by brands performing rainbow capitalism. From chucking the LGBTQIA+ flag on logos to speaking on behalf of the queer community, Mardi Gras can be a minefield of performative activism. On the flip side, however, brands like BWS are actually giving queer people the floor. On Friday, March 3rd, during the long-awaited Sydney World Pride, BWS, or BWS, is hosting an immersive House of Pride activation. Australian LGBTQIA+ creatives have been asked to curate different rooms, aka different vibes, for you to wander around, hang out, and dance in. Meaning whether you want to boogie the night away or sip and chill on absolute vodka, squealing pig wine, or little creatures, there's something for everyone. And, best of all, it's free. However, there are limited tickets, so head here to nab yours. Each room has been created by the community, for the community, thank God, and aims to showcase the diverse range of talent and amazing, unique identities that the Aussie queer community is throwing down. Plus you'll be treated to a DJ set from headliner Confidence Man and many other amazing artists from the community. Two of the creatives curating vibes are Jenna Suffren and Brendan Hancock, aka the Two Queers comedy duo. We sat down with the pair to learn more about their House of Pride process, how they created Two Queers Walk Into a Bar, and why being gay is the best. Who are the Two Queers? We are two beautiful comedians. We make jokes. We rip our pants off, on stage. We have a comedy club. We are nemesis. People look at us and think, how did they do it? A lesbian and a queer man? We don't know. No point thinking about it. View this post on Instagram, a post shared by the Two Queers, at @they2queers. How did you meet? We met at a really dodgy open mic night. Brendan was in his hat-wearing phase, Jenna was fresh out of a breakup. We were both on the lineup and were like, another queer. On the same show? Huge. Like all queers, we straight away started bonding over our trauma, and since then we haven't gone a day without speaking. Jenna sent Brendan flowers the next day which just said, gay boy. No name on the card. Why did you start Two Queers Walk Into a Bar? We started the comedy night, Two Queers Walk Into a Bar, because as comedians, we were sick of being on lineups where our values weren't aligning. You know, someone on the lineup would literally be slurring the queer community and then we were just expected to follow them like it hadn't happened. The night we met, we started chatting about how there weren't spaces in comedy for just queer stand-up comedians, and we were like, well, why don't we stop complaining about it and just make it happen? Queer people are funny. Like literally the funniest people. Sorry, being straight is over. In typical lesbian form, Jenna got right on it and within 12 hours had locked in a venue, lineup and marketing. But Brendan thought of the name. And that was hot. They say timing is everything. So being sad and having a bit of spare time probably also helped. What can people expect from one of your shows? We think it's important that comedy is horny and maybe even has jokes. Jokes are pretty important actually. We put our full bussies into it and there will always be a bad, but good, lip sync from us, no refunds. But our shows are like the queer community. There's not just one way of doing something, it's diverse. Like yes, if you had to put a label on it, Two Queers Walk Into a Bar is a stand-up comedy show, but that doesn't mean we can't shake our booties, make out on stage and rip off our pants. One time, Jenna ended up getting Two Queers tattooed on her butt live on stage while Brendan just danced and sang Cher. And then of course there was the time Brendan broke Jenna's knee on stage. Champagne Showers by LMFAO was blasting in the background while Jenna just lay there. The audience thought it was part of the show. Jenna ended up leaving in an ambulance. Now that's comedy. View this post on Instagram, a post shared by the Two Queers, at @they2queers. What is the BWS House of Pride all about? The House of Pride is a welcoming event that celebrates every part of the queer community. This isn't your stereotypical, gay dance event. We're hoping that it will have something for everyone and we can all just be queer and fucking proud. It's about community, for community. This is a space for us. We're giving queer people opportunities, and the community gets to see the community thriving. Joy. Should I say community one more time? Why is it so important that there are queer spaces run by queer people? It's so important to have more spaces run by queer people because it's our community. We know what works and what doesn't. That's not to say we always get it right, comedy is subjective. But when you walk into a space that has been organized by queers, for the community, it's like a big hug. You just know you're going to be safe. Plus there is so much damn queer talent. Book us. What do you want people to feel when they're in the House of Pride? Community. Joy. Horny. But also we want them to feel held, to be given space. There's nothing better than a beer on a queer dance floor. It's marvelous. There, we said it. Who else do you have involved in the event? We have brought art director Josie Young on board to help make all of our queer fever dreams come to life. We met Josie about 5 years ago and it's a classic business tale. Jenna and Josie met on Hinge. They spoke online for at least 3 months before going on a date, realized they were just mates, and should start working creatively together. Josie is the genius behind all of our comedy design work. Turns out when you have sexy marketing it really helps sell tickets, who would have thought? Performance-wise, there is an eclectic mix of queers that will make your heart sing in a headlining DJ set from Confidence Man. Why should people be excited about House of Pride? It's curated by your girls who know the girls, who know the girls, who make the good art. We've been producing shows with these people for years and know how to get them to make good gay shit. Sometimes bad gay art is good, too. What's your favorite part about Mardi Gras/World Pride time? So many events. But the variety of events prove that there isn't just one way to be queer. God, I love our community. Seeing everyone letting their little freak flags fly. Plus you get to walk around screaming "Move! I'm gay," as much as you like. Is there anything else you'd like to share? It's important that people know that Brendan is single. You're all sleeping on them on the apps. Not enough flirting. Get to work. Learn more about the Wyeth's House of Pride.